All right, here's another comment that we got. This one is from Adam Schrader, and he said, possibly good for psychological health, unlikely good for physical health. And he was talking about moderation. So alcohol moderation as in not good for physical health, but being good for mental health or psychological health. And I think it's another part of the lie. It's the lie we tell ourselves mostly, but it's the lie that we've been fed on all along, you know, that responsible drinking, you know, puts you in a different category once you start thinking of that. For me, going back to, it's always about choices, trade-offs. It's about what you control and what you don't control. And you control what goes into your mouth, right? You control the alcohol that goes in, you control the food that goes in. You control, if you're trying to stop this, you might not control every element of it, but you can definitely control how you respond. You respond to different things mentally. You know, I think it's a good point that this guy's making, but I think that it is part of the con. You know, the best mental health that you will ever find is when you're controlling your own mental health, when you're working on it yourself. You know, part of that lie and part of the con is that we believe that in order to find happiness or to find fulfillment in life, to find the good things in life, that it occurs on the outside of you. In reality, all of that stuff is found on the inside. The best forms of mental health are produced by you on the inside. You know, one of the biggest cons that we've ever done to ourselves is that the more expensive a thing in life, the more value it has, because it's more difficult to get. You know, so difficulty equals value. And that's just not the case, because once you get those things, once you get whatever, the Ferrari or the massive house or all of these things in life, you soon realize that they don't deliver on the promised value in terms of how you feel. You know, they might make you feel pumped up for a little bit, but at the end of the day, they deliver none of the intrinsic value of life. They deliver none of the long-term happiness. Anyone who's looking for things outside of themselves to make them happy on the inside is in for a long wait and a gruesome and tiring journey, because there's never an end to this stuff. The same goes with alcohol. The more you drink, the more you need, the more you want. You know, it becomes a state where you're not even looking for happiness out of the alcohol anymore. You're just looking for oblivion, you know, to put yourself out of it. You know, alcohol delivers less time, less energy. It gives you, in the long term, less motivation, less self-belief, less self-efficacy, which means, you know, that you believe you can do these things for yourself, that no matter what the problem is, that you can find a solution. Less self-confidence, you know, and the results of these things are not immediate. That's the problem. But it always plays away from that instant gratification mentality, that attitude of, yeah, I need things now, I need things right now. You know, that's the biggest problem. I mean, alcohol is a lie from the beginning until the end. Just one big lie. It's a lie before you even understand, before you even start drinking alcohol, you're being fed a lie. And the problem is that it's one lie on top of another lie on top of another lie, and before you know it, you don't know what the truth is anymore. You know, you don't know the truth about yourself. You don't know how you're supposed to feel mentally. You don't know how you're supposed to feel physically, because you're being told these things, that this is normal, that there is normal drinking. You know, I mean, my biggest beef with this stuff is, you know, I'm paid to look after, to try and help people to stop drinking alcohol. That's where I earn my living. But my biggest goal for these videos is to try and stop people from starting in the first place. Young people who are going to get into this habit, unknown, you know, who are going to believe the bullshit, believe the lies, and they're going to spend a lifetime doing this, or years, decades doing this, And before they know it, they wake up and they see the consequences. They see the writing on the wall, so to speak, and it's too late. They've wasted so much of their lives, and I want to try and prevent that. Now I know, the likelihood of any young person from coming on and watching these videos is very slim, with this old fella doing the talking, but hopefully I can get through to some of the parents and they can at least put some things in place, stop the alcohol from coming into their own lives, into their own bodies, and stop the nonsense that alcohol can give you anything but a hangover. It can give you anything but toxins in your body, and your body fighting off those toxins. It can give you anything but 3.5 million people every year dying, over 200 different medical conditions caused directly through alcohol consumption. The more that we can together expose the lie, expose the beginner's lie. The beginner's lie is that lie that's told to you right at the beginning that, it's good to have a couple of drinks. It's okay to have a couple of drinks, or you'll be a man and you can't be a man, or you can't be an adult without drinking, or drinking's going to help you to socialize, or drinking's going to help you with any of this fucking bullshit. As long as we can expose those lies that young people are suckered into, that we were all suckered into earlier on in our lives, and that the likelihood is that there's going to be a disastrous life at the outset, or at the other end, I should say, so that less and less people are suckered into this disastrous life, like we were. We were all suckered into this disastrous life from the beginning. And as I've said on many occasions, it's not just about the disastrous life that you might have, it's about the trade-offs. It's about what could you have been doing with the time. My biggest regret is looking back and seeing how my life has progressed. Looking at that first year and how much I progressed and how much I started to make out of my life. And then you open yourself up to the realization of, holy shit, I've been doing this for 30 years. Even now it gets me, that, not for myself, for myself, but, more for anyone who's coming up beyond that. Look, I'm going to end it here for today. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below. If you've got any comments, anything you'd like me to see covered in videos, then leave it in the comments down below this video. Subscribers will get priority, so if you're a subscriber, we always sort them out through subscribers first, and then choose our questions or choose our comments based on that. So if you want your question to be answered, please first become a subscriber. It really helps us. It helps the channel. It helps us to stretch our reach and to get the word out to more and more people. So take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon. Onwards and upwards. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Bye now.